Hey guys, it's November and there's snow on the ground, and I want to make up something that sticks to my ribs. So today we're going to make up an Iron Skillet Union. I even like the sound of that Iron Skillet Union. It's a dish that's going to stick to your ribs. It's hearty, it's so tasty. You're going to love it. So let's make it up. So the first step, I'm going to grab up some Italian sausages here. These are just mild sausages, and I'm going to cut them into bite-sized chunks. I'm going to cut these diagonally. Now, of course, you could take the casings right off and crumble them, but I just like a nice bite when I get into my sausage. Now we got the old cast iron skillet up to medium-high heat. I'm going to throw in a pound of ground beef, and I'm just going to go ahead and break this up. Now, I really suggest you use a cast iron skillet because it works really well with this. I mean, if you don't have it, don't sweat it, but it's really good to work with. Just love cast iron. I'll just kind of stir this around a little bit. I'm just going to move this to one side, and we are going to throw in that sausage we cut up. And we're just going to fry these both together until they're kind of cooked through and no longer pinkish. Now, while that beef is frying up, I'm going to grab up a red bell pepper. You don't have to use red. You can use green, yellow, whatever you like. Yeah, we'll just kind of slice this a bit. And then I'm going to dice it. You can use it julienne, but I'm going to dice mine. And we are frying up so nicely here, guys. This is looking really good. So I'm just going to mix everything together. But this is going to be super, super meaty. Like I said, stick to the ribs, fill your belly type of thing. Incidentally, I've used a ground beef. It's a grass-fed. I keep saying that, but it's releasing virtually very little grease. You don't have to add this much meat. You can add less meat, but I added a pound of ground beef and 4 medium Italian sausages, but it's entirely up to you. Okie dokie, now we're going to push everything to one side. That's the beauty of having a nice big cast iron pan here. Get over there. And I'm going to go in with a small chopped onion and, of course, 3 cloves of garlic and those bell peppers that we chopped up. I got quite a few peppers here, but that's totally fine. Might add in a bit of extra oil, which is unusual for ground beef, but it's getting a little dry here. And we'll just stir and saute this until that wonderful, wonderful aroma of onion and garlic fill the air. All right, that wonderful aroma is filling the air, and those bell peppers have softened a little bit. So we are going to mix everything together here once again. Those aromatics, guys, that smell so good even now. Okay, once again, to one side of the pan we go. And again, I say that is the beauty of a nice big cast iron pan. I could even use a bigger one. Tad more oil, and I'm going to go in with a couple of cups of frozen hash browns. Give these guys a stir around, let them brown up a little bit. And you can see here, I could, I was saying I could even use a bigger cast iron, but that's fine. Now, those hash browns are browned up because they're already cooked, so they don't take long. They're going to get mushy on me. I'm going to mix once again. And while I'm mixing here, guys, I'm going to throw in a can of sweet corn. And we'll just continue to mix. And, of course, this corn was drained. We call it peaches and cream here in Canada, but it's just really a sweet corn. And it just adds that extra touch to this kind of dump dish, as we might as well call it. Okay, we fried this up for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to go in with about a 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes, and this is the garlic and olive oil. You can use whatever diced tomatoes you like. Follow that up with half a cup of beef broth. And once again, continue to stir. Now, I know we haven't seasoned yet, but we're going to do that now. Okay, we're going to season things up with about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and I always use this, and I got more to say about this Italian seasoning in a few minutes. Another teaspoon of smoked paprika, and I always say get the smoke because it's far nicer. Add that smoky effect, about a half a teaspoon of liquid smoke. This stuff goes a long ways. It's pretty cheap to buy, about $1.50, something like that. Then a tablespoon of the old Worcestershire sauce. What would we do without Worcestershire sauce? Whoever invented this is a genius. Some salt, let's say about, about a teaspoon. Ground black pepper, and you know me, I'm a ground black pepper lover, so I'm going to lay this on fairly heavily, so I don't know, teaspoon and a half, something like that. Last but not least, for that little bit of oomph or heat, about half a teaspoon of hot pepper flakes. You can add as much as you like, depending on how hot you want it. Once again, a stirring we will go on. Oh my goodness, this is looking incredible. So what I'm going to do here is just let this simmer away for about 5 or 10 minutes just till everything heats through and those flavors combine. And while we're simmering away here, remember I mentioned the Italian seasoning and I'm always using it, but I'm not quite totally happy with Italian seasonings. So I think I'm going to develop my own seasoning, Dave's Secret Seasoning. Similar to Italian, but different. So if you'd like to see a video of me doing that, just comment in the comment section below. But I think it would be good. I think I might even be able to market it. Okay, my friends, we are pretty much done it here, and I've killed the heat, and I am just going to grate a little bit of cheese. This is totally optional, over the top, and I'm using an old sharp cheddar here. With me, it's the older and sharper the better, but entirely up to you. You can use mozzarella, or no cheese at all. Maybe something like that, and this is just going to melt down naturally. And we shall garnish things up with some green onions. Just get that green, pretty effect in there. You can use, parsley or even cilantro too if you want. And that's pretty much about it, my friends. Looking glorious and wonderful and hearty and stick to your ribs. Our Iron Skillet Union. Okay, guys, a few tips and tricks. Well, number one, you might wonder why I called it a Iron Skillet Union. It's the union of the beef and the sausage and all of the ingredients that blend together so nicely. But this does keep in the fridge nicely for a few days. You can freeze it, freezes beautifully, put it in little containers. Like I said earlier in the video, I mentioned a few tips and tricks. You can vary the meat and stuff like that. Vary the seasoning. It is very much a dump dish, so if you wanted to add even some beans or something like that, I think that would go along well with it. Type of tomatoes you use that's entirely up to you. Vary the bell peppers, use different colors to make it a little more vibrant and bright, but it is going to be so good and you're going to love it. What I did here is I grabbed up the biggest spoon I could find because I want to get some beef on there and I want to get all the ingredients and some sausage. But, ooh, doggies, just look at this. Like I said, hearty, filling, stick to your ribs, so, so good. Now, time for the old tasting. Mm, mm. Like I said, this is so good. I love the sausage beef combo. The seasoning is spot on. I did taste it earlier and didn't do any adjustments. It was perfect the way it was. I just love it. Like I said, a simple dump dish, stick to your ribs. You are absolutely going to love this. And if you do make it up, leave us a comment. Love to read them. Go back, watch some of our other videos because we got there's about 1,500 of them. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, and we shall see you in the next video. But I'm going to have more. So good.